Using any stick that you have available, such as a broomstick or something equivalent at home, what we're gonna do is use the stick to stretch the elbow into the limited range of motion of pronation. So let's say my right was limited. I'm going to grab the stick or broom. I'm going to use my left hand to sort of guide into the stretch. Now what we want to be careful of is any sort of coupling of the elbow. So make sure that arm stays nice and tight. If you're having a hard time keeping this elbow where it should be, just take a towel or something similar and tuck it right underneath your armpit. Once we acquire a stretch, we're going to make sure that our grip stays nice and tight. So don't open up your fingers, don't let your wrist drag. We're going to keep it nice and solid, find the stretch, and then we'll start our timer. Ideally, we're going to hold this position for about 1 to 2 minutes before we begin isometrics. The first isometric is going to be to try to pull the stick back into supination. My opposite hand is going to stop me. So I'll gradually increase resistance, trying to turn my right hand over. My left hand is blocking motion of the stick, and I'm going to work up to my safest, greatest effort and hold that for the desired amount of seconds. Now, to go into the opposite direction with the isometric, it can be a little bit tricky or a little bit difficult at the end range in the beginning. So I typically recommend just backing off a touch, and now I'm going to try to push the stick down, again with my other hand blocking me. So my hand's going to try to drive more into pronation. The other hand is blocking me. I can let it drop down a little bit more as long as I'm able to maintain effort into my right hand. And then we're going to typically hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. So if you do have a limitation, try that and see if it gets any better.